In this section, I would like to focus on respiration in humans and animals, and also take a look at the growth and development of the vertebrae. One of the great challenges for different species is to regulate heat in their bodies. It would be a great danger to an animal if their body easily overheated. So each species must have an efficient way to disperse heat into the environment. This is called thermoregulation. Most mammals have a thick coat of fur that traps heat within their bodies. So they regulate their heat through breathing, through respiration. You can picture the panting dog. This is not the case with humans. Humans have developed a way to rid the body of metabolic heat through the skin. That is our principal method. The nearly hairless body gives off heat directly from the skin into the surrounding environment because we don't have a fur coat, but we also sweat to give off heat. Human bodies have an incredible number of sweat glands, the eccrine glands, that give off sweat, which is mostly water, to the surface of the skin, where it evaporates, thus cooling the body. This is fairly unique in mammals. We have other glands in the body, for instance, the apocrine glands, which we find in great numbers in the armpits, which are rich in cytoplasm and are known for creating a strong smell. But it is the eccrine glands that are distributed throughout the body in great profusion that are largely responsible for thermoregulation. In anthropoid apes, they also have a certain amount of sweat glands. But the further we go down in the ape and monkey series, the less we find sweat glands in the skin. The fact that humans do not have to rely on breathing, on respiration, to regulate their heat means that breathing, being freed from that function, is available for another uniquely human capacity, namely speech. There is also another way in which breathing has been freed to serve speech. When animals walk, the rhythm of their breathing coincides directly with the cycle of their steps. When an animal trots or runs, their breathing must quicken and keep pace with the rhythm of their locomotion. This is due to the mechanics involved, such as the shock impact of the steps on the lungs. Animals' breathing is entrained to their locomotion. This is not the case with humans. We can choose to breathe more slowly or more quickly than our stepping or running pace. Our breathing has been freed. It has been emancipated, not only from the necessities of thermoregulation, but also from the mechanics of locomotion. I would now like to look at the growth of the vertebrae in human beings. In embryonic and fetal development, the vertebrae develop in a certain pattern, in a certain order. The upper vertebrae, the cervical vertebrae, develop and grow earlier, and gradually the focus of growth moves downward to the thoracic vertebrae and finally to the lumbar and sacral vertebrae. This is cephalocaudal growth from above downwards. The lumbar vertebrae grow later than the vertebrae above them and are, to begin with, quite small, but they grow later and for a longer amount of time, so eventually become larger. This again is the principle of the latecomers growing larger. This enlargement of the vertebrae and the sacrum is important for carrying the weight of the torso in the upright human being. This enlarged vertebrae also allow the birth canal to become larger in female humans, so that the large-headed human child can be born. So we have now seen that the direction and timing of the growth of the vertebrae are key not only to the upright stance of humans, but also to the birth process.